Let's now talk about the main TypeScript feature, and we are talking about type aliases, or simply put, types. And their purpose is to define the shape of an object. The problem that JavaScript had for a long time now is solved with these type aliases. And how do they look? We can declare them with the keyword type, and let's say we have a type for a colleague. For example, we are in a company and we want to have a type for a colleague. We declare them like we would declare a constant in our code, just like this. So this is the type colleague, and now we can enter different fields for this colleague. Maybe this colleague has a name, and the name can be of type any primary type or any TypeScript type. So this name, let's say that it is a string. This colleague can have an age, and this age can be a number, and maybe this colleague can have a position field, which can be also of type string. Now when we will declare a constant or a variable with this type, I can say right here const my colleague. I will give it a type annotation of type colleague, and I will start to build this object. I will now have a compilation error until this object will satisfy the type definition. So even if I will hover over the VS Code error, VS Code will highlight this error. You will see that this type, currently which is an empty object, requires these properties: name, age, and position. And I will see this compilation error when I will try to execute or to compile this code. If, for example, I will try to compile this code right now, so here I'll say TSC, and I will put it in src and these types, I will get a compilation error, the same compilation error that is highlighted beforehand by VS Code. So VS Code has a very cool feature in which it calls a lightweight TypeScript compiler on demand. Here we are manually calling the TypeScript compiler, and we are getting a compilation error, but VS Code does this, as I said, a lightweight compiler mostly for type definitions on the background. This is the reason we have this very cool syntax highlighting to inform us that there's something wrong with our object. Now we can simply try to put some properties right here, and I'm usually inside an object, I'm triggering IntelliSense with control space. And now I can see what I can put inside my object. Let's give it a name, let's give it a age, and let's give it a position. Position, let's say that it is a programmer. Great. So these are basically the type aliases. Also, TypeScript supports something called union types, in which we combine different types together. For example, I can have a type called string or number, which is, for example, string or number, like this. And now any constant that will be assigned this type can be of type string or number. This is pretty basic, but what is not so basic, a very good application of these union types are the string union types. For example, we can have a type called position that can be either programmer, or inside our company we accept HR as a position. And now we can specify that this position can be of type position, not string. We can use now this position right here. And the very cool thing about this is now that if I will have a typo right here, I will get a compilation error, and the TypeScript compiler will tell me, hey, you have a property position, but you don't have it right here. Basically, this is a great protection against typos when you want strong types in your code right here. Also, when you are building this with VS Code IntelliSense will directly give you the options that you have. In our case, we can use a programmer. And also, talking about fields, we can also have optional fields. If, for example, now I can make different fields optional with the question mark, and now if I will hover over this entry position can be of either position or undefined. This means that I can omit this entry inside my type, inside my constant definition. Let's add a new entry right here. Let's make this position as it is, and let's add a new entry called greet back, which is of type function. Alright, and now let's make this greet back optional, and let's say we have a colleague, and let's build another colleague, and I will say right here my other colleague, and let's give it a name, and also let's give it a greet back function. And there's a very straightforward way in which we can declare functions in JavaScript, just like this, an anonymous function with a very simple implementation. Let's just add right here console log hello. And let's now build a very simple function. I will call this function greet colleague, function greet colleague, and this function will receive an argument of type colleague. So here I'll say colleague of type colleague. And now inside the body of this function, we will know that the argument will be of type colleague, and this is very important. For example, I can say right here console log, and I can say hi, and then I can append the colleague name. Again, if I'm not careful and I have a typo, TypeScript will directly tell me what's the problem beforehand. That's great, but also we can move on, and if I will say right here, I will put an if we have a colleague greet back, and this is again a very important TypeScript feature. If this greet back property can be either a function or an undefined entry, because it can exist or not in the type definition. Inside this if, we are making a truthfully check. So this greet back can be a function or undefined. This is what the greet back entry is right here. But inside the if check block, where we are making this check, the greet back function will be defined. Let's see. I can say right here colleague greet back, and I can make sure that this is defined. If I will say right here, you will see that even if this property is optional, inside the if block where we made the check, this type is function, not undefined or function. And let's call this function on the two colleagues and see what we get. So I will say right here greet colleague my colleague, and also let's call the other one greet colleague my other colleague, and let's run this. I will directly run it with TS node. I have globally installed it, and as you can see here we are getting the greet for John and the greet back from Bill. That's great. Let's now move on to the next lecture and talk about two very special and usual TypeScript types. We are talking about any and unknown.